Good afternoon. I'm Pauline Rakucci from the Roseville City Council, and I'll be chairing our City Council meeting this afternoon for September 9th, 2021 special meeting. And I will have our Assistant City Clerk, Helen Dreyer, to call a roll call, please.
Absent are Vice Mayor Haddishelt and Mayor Bernasconi. Present, Councilmember Albert.
I'm here.
Councilmember Mendonça.
Here.
And Chair Rakucci.
Here. Thank you. Now we'll go to item number 3, and number 3 is public comment. So I would like to offer people who would like to make a public comment on anything that's not on our agenda within our jurisdiction. And the phone number to call is 1-916-774-5353. And I'll say it again slowly because sometimes, even if you want to, it takes a little time to get on. 916-774-5353. And our clerk will let us know if she gets any responses.
Chair Rakucci, I have no phone calls.
Okay, so we have not received any public comment on a public comment. So we're going to go to item number 4, and that's a resolution. And it's 4.1, and it's emergency generation capacity for California Department of Water Resources, Energy Service Agreement, and Operations and Maintenance Agreement. Can we have the staff presentation start, please?
Thank you, Councilmember Rakucci. The item before you this afternoon is a recommendation by staff for the City Council to approve an energy services agreement and an operations and maintenance agreement by and between the City of Roseville and the California Department of Water Resources, and authorizing the city manager to execute it on behalf of the City of Roseville. And I have a brief presentation for you on this. And I will start sharing my screen. Okay. Of course, this is never smooth, right? Okay. There we are. Okay, can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Why? Oh, okay. So this is the second and third agreements, or actually third and fourth agreements, that have come to council over the past almost month or so. So as you know, and we've talked about this previously at 2 previous meetings, that the California statewide electric grid is constrained and at times short of electricity resources due to drought. The state is adding additional resources to support the grid during this time. On August 16th, the City Council approved a term sheet and site access agreement for the California Department of Water Resources to locate or site 2 30-megawatt units just east of the Roseville Energy Park. And on September 1st at your council meeting, you approved the site use and installation agreement for this project. And so what's before you today is the energy services agreement as well as the operations and maintenance agreement, which are the last of the agreements that we need to before the units will become operational. So the energy services agreement is to cover scheduling, which means scheduling the output of these units, and fuel management, which means acquisition of natural gas through December 31st of 2023. Which is the term of these agreements and the site use. We will schedule the electricity into the California Independent System Operator, and will only operate in an emergency before next year, Q4 of 2022, and that's due to some emissions equipment that needs to be installed next year. It's not available at this time. We will manage gas deliveries, as I mentioned, and all costs will be reimbursed by the state to the city, any costs that we incur, and any revenues from the output would, of course, go to the state. For the energy services agreement, the state will compensate us $460,000 through December of 2023. And again, the total of all these agreements is $9 million, as previously reported. And I'll draw your attention to the picture on the right, the upper picture. That's an aerial view of the work that is happening right now. And the reason I bring your attention to this is it shows you the 2 units are on site, but it shows you how dwarfed they are really by those 2 recycled water tanks that are EU recycled water tanks, as well as the Roseville Energy Park, which is a very large power plant adjacent to that. So these are very much smaller units. And I know that's not that easy to see, but they're at their height, they will be 26 feet tall when they have all of the equipment on later next year. And the lower picture shows what one of the units looks like. Operations and maintenance agreement, it covers our operation of the facility and will also assist it with minor maintenance through December. Again, we'll be reimbursed for all of our costs. It also covers the budgeting and reporting requirements that we'll be following, and the total compensation under the operations and maintenance agreement is $690,000 through December 31st of 2023. And that's all I have with the presentation. I would be happy to answer any questions. And again, the recommendation is for approval of the operations and maintenance agreement, as well as the energy services agreement, and authorizing the city manager to execute those agreements. So I will stop sharing this.
Any questions? Scott, do you have any questions? Councilmember Albert?
I just want to clarify the 690,000 and the 460,000. Those are in addition to the 9 million, right? This is on top of that.
No, that is part of the 9 million.
Part of the 9.
That's included in the 9 million. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. That was the only question. I just didn't quite catch that part.
Okay. Tracy, do you have any questions or comments?
Nope. It was answered. My only concern was if we were going to be made whole, and it sounds like we're going to get this 9 million back on the back end. So that's all I was really concerned about at this point. Thank you, Pauline.
Okay, thank you, Tracy. And as far as I'm concerned, we've had the other few meetings, and it's really kind of coming together and putting together to help preserve our energy or electricity here in California. So I think that's a good thing. So I have no other questions. With that, we'll open this up, this question up to the public. And again, you can call in on my famous number here, 774-5353, if you would like to make any comments on this agenda item. Again, 774-5353.
As we're filling the time waiting for public comment, just to add up all of the other contracts, this would be a total of 9.115 million is what, after we prorate all the amounts for when the contract is approved and through end of 2023. So that is the final number that it ended up being.
Thank you.
Chair Rakucci, I have no phone calls.
Okay, we've had no calls in for public comment on this agenda item, so we'll close public comment. And could our clerk read the motion, please?
Certainly, that's to adopt resolution number 21-408, approving an energy services agreement by and between the City of Roseville and the California Department of Water Resources, and authorizing the city manager to execute it on behalf of the City of Roseville. And adopt resolution number 21-409, approving an operations and maintenance agreement by and between the City of Roseville and the California Department of Water Resources, and authorizing the city manager to execute it on behalf of the City of Roseville. May I have a motion?
If I can add on a tiny bit, we are also looking for authorization for the city attorney to be able to make non-substantive changes to these agreements, just because they're all very last minute. I don't anticipate any changes, but we would like that authorization so that we won't have to come back to council to make minor changes.
Michelle, how do we do that? Do we add this to this item?
No, that verbiage is already encompassed in the resolutions.
Okay, just wanted to make us more aware. Thank you.
I make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second? Okay,
Okay.
is a roll call, please?
Councilmember Albert,
Yes.
Councilmember Mendonça,
Yes.
and Chair Rakucci.
Yes. So this resolution has been approved. Okay. And our next, there's really no more next items, but if there's any additional comments from staff that they want to make at this time about anything?
No, just thank you
I
very
don't-
much.
I don't hear anybody saying anything. Okay. And I will also refer to my council members. Scott, is there anything you want to say at this time?
No, thank you.
Okay. Tracy, anything you want to say?
Nothing at this time. Thank you.
And I have nothing to say except our next meeting is September 15th. And do I have a motion for adjournment? What? Hey, Scott. Come on.
Yes.
And is there a second? Okay.
Second.
All those, thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see many of you on the 15th. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.